Welcome, this is the review of Wolverine, the Weapon X figure. It's a Target exclusive. Everyone will all just collectively shudder at me saying Target exclusive, because they are the worst. Now that part is over, what about the figure? Because typically it's kind of hit or miss with exclusives, whether they're good or not. You know, this one's been released before. I will say that I was able to get this one easier than other pre-orders. Like, it was still open like a day later after it was up for pre-order, which was strange usually, because they sell out usually within like the first 30 minutes or so, and sometimes even quicker than that depending on what the figure is. If they have done this one before, at least this one's updated to the new pinless body. He does have that kind of ugly ab crunch thing that I don't really care for as much. Luckily, they kind of built it around the abs, so it's not as noticeable, so good on them for being clever. I will say this, that these claws come out of his wrist, so if you need like an extra fist hand, these do come out pretty easily. This side hadn't fallen out yet. If you're worrying about these wires, it does not impede his movement at all. They're pretty stretchy. His head, you can move it up and down, side to side. The wire from the helmet doesn't interfere. Same way with the leg movements. None of them are interfered by any of the stuff on the belt or on the straps or anything. So nothing is impeding his movement. So you'll be able to set this up any way you want to on your shelf. And see how one of the claws fell out? And you can just easily repeg them in. I guess if it gets annoying, you could just take them out. Or just have them as fist hands, but they will have that bump thing when they fall out. As for other accessories, he does come without the helmet, and if you don't like one of these, what I think look like speakers, you can take them off of there. So that piece does come out, so you can set it on there without those. Because on the box, it doesn't look like you can. You know, if you haven't opened it up, so those will come off, so you can have it with just the head. So that's one of the accessories. Now, one of the other ones, you've got the open hand claw, and the other hand that goes with it. And then you just have open hands and one fist hand. They decide to be a little bit different. But for an exclusive, he does come with at least more hands and stuff. And this is why I'm saying that they shouldn't be charging as much for the Maximum series figures, because you're literally can get almost the exact same amount of accessories that Spider-Man came with, the hands that came on it, and then it's how this one's got 2 different sets. It came with 4, so already this one has about half of what a Maximum series figure would have. So again, they don't need to be charging as much for those. So this one I think will be more readily able to get. Even back in the Toy Biz era, I have this one in the Toy Biz one from back in the day. I never did like it because it didn't scale well with the other ones. It seemed like they made a smaller Wolverine that was more comic book accurate to his height, but it just didn't fit in scale with the other ones, so I never really did care. At least this one is on the Wolverine body type, so it will fit with all your other new Wolverines that you have on the pinless body type. All in all, a cool figure. I think if you can get your hands on it, it'll be worth it to get, but since it's a Target one, grown, and they'll probably eventually re-release it in another wave, probably maybe with less accessories or something more updated than it is here. I think if you're an X-Men fan, you're going to want to try to get it. If you're a Wolverine fan, you're definitely going to want it. He's another obligatory Wolverine figure. So let me know in the comments. Are you trying to get this guy? Is he a pass because you don't really care for the Weapon X one? It seems like we have to have one of these every so often. Each time, oh, we need another Weapon X again. So here you go. Remember to hit that bell notification for when my next video drops. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching.